I want to do this video of Matchstick in combination of a chart analysis. So let's look at this chart here. Let's actually look at the day chart. So day chart, I'll look at a pattern and look at the bigger picture of support and resistance. Here's resistance at the top, and we have support on the bottom. We can see that number one, this market is trending upwards like this. We have a trend line like that, and it's kind of just consolidating right now. But you can see there's obviously an uptrend, but we've been having a hard time breaking through this price right here. So there's one point of view, is looking at the bigger picture. If we look at the overall trend, we definitely are on an uptrend. Okay, so if we pull this back, and probably the better, safe way to say that this trend line is more safe with this information here. So we're just really going sideways, and right now we're probably just trading in a channel, on a sideways channel. Looking at it on a closer point of view, let's get the 4-hour standpoint. We're just kind of hanging out in the middle, so the major prices I can see is this high here, this general area. So around here, as well as right here. So if and when price comes down here, I might look for a buy opportunity or reversal pattern to trade back towards the top, and vice versa at the top. I'm going to look for reversal patterns for it to trade back down to the bottom, but right now it's just kind of indecisive. It's just sitting in the middle. The 1-hour standpoint, we're just kind of consolidating, like I said. There's no decisions right now. Same concept, is there's highs and lows right here, about the same. So if the market comes down here, then I might look for a buy opportunity to trade back towards the top of this area, and then vice versa here, bounce off here, trade back down to the bottom. So I can actually automate this process by putting some orders in. I'm actually going to turn on this limit order, so I can look for these opportunities, and I can pre-program my stop losses and my take profits. So I have a limit order here, my stop loss right here, and I can adjust the lot size to my account size. So if I'm looking for a limit order right here, I take profit or stop loss right there, and take profit right here. So if you can see the concepts that we talked about before, and looking for the those trades that we talked about, as far as the bounce trades, as well as the breakout trades. So right now I'm just looking at these trading opportunities because of the type of market we're up against. And looking for these to be my parameters. So my trading plan right now is just looking for bounce off the resistance, my stop loss right here. I can make sure that my stop loss is my money management. If I'm risking 16 points, then I can determine what kind of lot size I want. So if I'm trading a standard lot and I only want to risk $160 to gain possibly 120 points, okay, which is $1,200, then I have good risk reward in that situation. And that's the same thing on the bottom. If it breaks, I'm willing to risk 16 points to gain possibly 120 points, then that's a pretty good risk reward. So this is the current market price. And so once price determines if it breaks above this area, then I might look for a sell opportunity once market price gets up here, depending on what kind of pattern we're up against, and vice versa on the bottom. So I'll walk away with this chart. The other pair right here, I'm going to be looking at the day chart. So again, looking at what kind of market we're up against. We have broken this major trend line. We've traded upwards, so we may be going upwards overall. So we have a resistance here. We have support on the bottom as well as here as well. So I'll look at the chart pattern, the bigger patterns that we talked about to identify on the day chart for bigger opportunities. And you can actually use Metastick on any time frame. So if you're looking for the trade projection specifically on this time frame, if I look for a breakout, I can look for the buy position here. But I don't really have anything to say where I should put my stop loss yet, so I don't want to do that. But I know that there's resistance here. One thing I can also see is there's a small trendline break on this time frame, and it's pushing downwards. Where I expect the market to go is here's resistance, and we'll see what happens here if it's going to bounce off this area. So I could wait for either a reclose or engulfing pattern to trade on the upper swing, or price may continue going down to this level here. So let's look at it on a smaller time frame. So 4-hour standpoint, we can see it broke out, retested, but hasn't really came back at all. So it's gone down quite a bit. So a couple things I can look at for this market is possibly coming back to retest the breakout of this area here for an entry point right here and stop loss above this little wick high. Another way I can look at it is this trend line right here and seeing that it may bounce off this price. So if I want to use the 4-hour standpoint, I can change it to 4-hour. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in my parameters. I want to use a limit order. Set it as true. And then here I can have a sell limit. And I also want to already have my stop loss inside this limit order. So I'm willing to risk, let's say 40 points. So I'm willing to risk $400 to possibly gain. My take profit level will be down here at the bottom. So if it comes back and touches that line, somewhere in this area, then I'm looking to have a take profit of 270 points as my overall take profit. So right now I'm not looking for any buy or sell opportunities. I'm waiting for the market to possibly come back and touch this area, bouncing off this trend line as a bounce trade, and then having a 40-point stop loss. 1-hour standpoint, just going sideways. There's no indication that it's going down or up, just kind of going sideways. So again, price may move over here, touch the line, and continue downwards. So what I want to do is just leave it on this time frame and let Metastick execute this plan. So that's a pretty simple way to analyze a market. Is I'm looking for the methods of the bounce trade, the breakout trades, and pre-planning my stop losses as well as my take profits. Thank you for watching this video.